Hello there, people of the internet. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. Let me show you guys what I got going on today. I don't know how many requests I've got to get a steel target, and I don't know how long people have actually been asking me to do that, but I finally went out and got one. I've kind of been putting it off because I'd probably do something stupid like, draw on it with a bunch of Sharpie. Alright, this is Bob. Bob prefers having a sniper set off to the wayside to handle any altercations that he has to endure. Bob is very professional in what he does, and he's all smiles. He prefers knowing that the enemy will be taken out rather than having to face down an actual gun battle. On the other end of the spectrum, we have Tank Top. Tank Top is the type of guy who will, basically murder you in cold blood for the most minor of altercations. He spent his time smoking meth and living in a trailer park. Don't be like Tank Top. Alright, as you can see, Tank Top is armed. That is a Glock Teen 45 9mm, chambered in 7.62 by 54 centerfire. It holds 38 rounds, and it fires full auto, but semi-auto at the same time. Man, my Sharpie skills are not great. Like, I got those sights, absolutely awful. It truly is dreadful. Look at all the bugs running around on this thing. Alright, this right here is a hunk of AR500 steel. It was supposed to be like 3/8 of an inch, but I think they might have sent me the wrong one, because this is definitely not 3/8 of an inch. I'd say it's probably more like half an inch, but I'm not complaining. We're going to start off with handgun calibers, because I've never shot this thing before, and I am very curious to see what sort of damage just some regular handgun calibers will do. Tank Top, since he has a handgun, will be using handguns on him. Ooh. Then on the flip side, since Bob enjoys, having snipers off on the wayside, we'll use actual rifle calibers against him. Bob is the more menacing of the two. Tank Top might be more aggressive, but man, if Bob wants you dead, you definitely don't want to be on Bob's bad side. Alright, first things first, safety is definitely the #1 priority. When firing at steel targets, never fire steel core ammunition, because that greatly increases the chance of having a ricochet. Today I'm firing lead core 9mm ammo out of my Zastava M88A. This is nothing fancy, just ball ammunition, 115 grain. I believe it's Federal. Nothing fancy. I shouldn't have any issues here. I'm set up about, 50 yards, give or take 5 yards or so. And the sights on this handgun are not the greatest, so I apologize if I miss. I do have the target angled to where if it does ricochet, the ricochets will fly off in that direction. That's never a bad idea if you're wanting to do steel target shooting. Most of the time your high velocity rounds are going to be basically disintegrated, but things happen and I rather not take that chance, so I did turn the target. Of course, this 9mm ammo ain't exactly high velocity, so it is what it is. I have no idea if I hit any of those rounds. Let me reload here and we'll find out. Alright, here we go. Take 2. Alright, I believe I heard at least one ting, so we'll have to go down there and see what's going on. Alright, I have zero clue if I hit this thing or not. My bet is probably not. Looks like we do have a little bit of scuffing right there, and maybe something right there, but I bet that's shrapneling from the debris that was flying around this guy. Let me move over to my 45, because that's definitely a more accurate piece. Alright, low velocity, 230 grain, ball, lead core, 45 ammunition, out of a standard GI model 1911. Let's light it up. The sights on that little Zastava are not the best. They are off, and I'm still trying to figure out how off they are. All right, let me reload. Round 2. That was neat. Last bunch of 45. Aha, I know I hit it. There's a ton of spalling on that from all the different shrapnel that's been hitting it from me hitting the ground. Alright, I know that's confirmed at least 2 hits. Hitting that metal is definitely a enjoyable ping. I gotta practice my handgun accuracy more often. I mean, it's just like 50 yards here, so maybe a little less, maybe like 45 or something. I should be able to hit that. Alright, it looks like I'm pulling right a little bit. That would certainly explain my lack of accuracy. We got one shot right here, didn't even dent it, and then one that just barely grazed right there. That's pretty cool. So, our bad guy tank top here looks like he's going to be fine. I'll practice my handgun accuracy a little more now that I have an actual target to practice on. So I'm pulling right. Okay, I gotta practice not doing that. Alright, we're gonna step it up a bit with some lead core 223s out of a Mini 14. I still kind of got it on tank top because I feel like he hasn't, you know, paid for what he's done, being what he is. Man, actually being able to hear that tank is very satisfying. Rifles are definitely easier to shoot than handguns are, so I could actually hit it with this. I definitely have to work on my handgun proficiency though. The Sestava I know is off, but that 1911 I got no excuse for. Alright, confirmed. He is in fact having a bad day. We got little tiny dents on here, but nothing too major. Look, I hit his gun. That's awesome. I hit it twice. Alright. Little tiny dents. 45 left no dent. 223 tiny dents. I'm going to hit him with more 223. Alright, I still got tank top out there. We're going to hit him with another 10 rounds. I lost something. Oh goodness. Well, that's embarrassing. Well, I'll have to cram that back on there. But it works out, I'm out at 223 ammunition anyway. Yep, take a look. That retaining pin is gone. Just like that. I'll have to find me a new retaining pin for this thing. Well, I successfully got my headshot. And then I just started kind of shooting him. It was a fun time. Alright, we're gonna flip this guy around and I'm gonna load up some 7.62 by 39. There we go. Look at that legitimate businessman. He deserves to get shot with an AK-47. Oh, the things he has seen and done. That horrifying, sadistic smile on his face. Duh, I hate him so much. Alright, next up, 7.62 by 39. Got some hollow points in this thing. Shouldn't have any issue with this ricocheting. They are lead core hollow points. Firing them out of my Romanian RH-10 with my IO wood in it. The video where I customized this thing right here is also me showing off that I'm the proud owner of a very good looking Golding AK-47. I feel like that video isn't really getting enough love, so I'll put a link for that video down in the description if you want to go check that one out. That being said, The wind is beginning to pick up. I'm sure that weather's going to start forming here but before too long, and I'm not done shooting, so I'm going to light this thing up some more. All 10 rounds expunged. Sounds like every single one of those hit, which is not an impressive feat at 50 yards. Yep, poor Bob has definitely been shot. Oh, it's always entertaining watching all the spalling collect over everything else. Maybe I'll take him and like put him in the car. That's actually a really good idea. I'm gonna take Bob, put him in the car, and shoot at him while he's in there. We're gonna watch all the crap fly all over. Alright, that was surprisingly more difficult than I thought it would be, but he is in the car. Aw, I got a little tiny cut. He is in the car. And I'd say at his angle, we're gonna see some pretty good explosions. Let's light him up with some more hollow points. Alright, I am gonna have to change my angling a little bit so I can actually, you know, see him, but I don't think that's gonna be too much of an issue here. Rifle is empty. Let's go have a look at our friend Bob and his situation. Well, I'd say he's definitely been hit quite a few times. Look at all the copper jacket that's still just kind of hanging out on him. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell where all the bullets spalling went. So I'm gonna say somewhere around this general area. Just for laughs, I went ahead and hit him through the door a couple of times, and you can see where all the shrapneling from the busted apart hollow points came through and hit him. Is that a PCM right there? Well, hell, I found the PCM. I was just talking about that the other day. Alright, well, that bastard down there broke my Mini 14, so I still have some 223s left, so I broke out my little AR-15. Omni Max hybrid. Polymer receiver. This thing's basically a toy. Don't try using this in actual combat situations. However, I am going to practice my AR-15 mag dropping with this thing, using that thing as a testing dummy. That's what it gets for breaking my Mini 14, you know? Well, I mean, Mini 14's not broken. The flash hider retainer flew away somewhere. It's probably somewhere over there in the grass, maybe, most likely. Get a new one of those, stick it on, good as new. But I don't have one of those right now, so AR-15 it is. Let's get some practice in for the day. Oh, AR-15 malfunction. Oh no. Oh, I'm definitely not the fastest in the world, but practice makes perfect, and that's what we're doing out here. That'll teach that son of a bitch. You know, I bet you that malfunction earlier was just due to the steel-cased ammunition sticking through the AR-15. Really smell the gunpowder just wafting in the breeze out here. That was great. I got one more box. Let's do that again. I wonder if anyone's going to make a joke about my tactical Hawaiian shirt. Obviously, this is not what you would want to wear if you were in a real serious situation. Rifle malfunction. Rifle's clear. This adventure has turned into practicing clearing malfunctions out of your rifle. Our good buddy here has definitely seen better days. Okay, look at how many times I hit his gun. Oh man, right in the forehead, between the eyes. I'd like to say I actually made that shot, but that was just luck right there. Here comes that weather I was talking about. Alright, we're gonna flip this guy around, and just because I lit the other side up with an AR-15, I do have some 7.62x39 left. So we're going to burn through some of that. I just practiced, Busky is here joining us now. I just practiced cycling magazines doing AR-15, but I've only got one AK mag, so we're just going to do mag dumps with this one versus cycling mags. 20 rounds. Those crafty Russians tried to say, whenever they were making this thing, that this was a submachine gun. Oh, those dastardly maniacs living over there in Russia, I swear to God.
I can only imagine what they assume is an assault rifle.
No kidding. I think their SVD-40 was their assault rifle back in the day. That last round hit just a little bit low. Alright, let's go check it out. I feel like I shot this guy more times than that, but I guess not. Alright, well, looks like he tried eating one. I love how most of the marker is staying on. Like, that marker is staying on a lot better than I thought it was going to. I also love all the little bullet shrapneling that's laced all over the place here. Just little shreds of bullet everywhere. That is awesome. Alright, this right here is kind of a major downgrade, but I brought out some 22 long rifle, and I just want to shoot it with that. So, we're going to fire some 22 out of my GSG MP40. That's why I wanted to shoot it with 22 long rifle. They're nice and cheap, great for plinking, and easy to hold on target. GSG makes an STG-44, and that's probably going to be my next purchase. It's chambered in 22 long rifle. Very good representation of the original Nazi STG-44s. To an extent, other than the caliber being chambered in 22 long rifle versus the 8mm Kurtz. .22 long rifle might be more expensive than it used to be, but this is still a far cheaper option than doing this with like 308s or something. This MP40 here is fairly accurate. Let's go for headshots this round. I have no idea how many of those were actually headshots. There's some pretty hefty satisfaction in listening to the ping of high velocity lead smacking into that metal. Alright, I'm out of ammo. Let's walk down range and check that thing out. This video here is going to take forever and a half to edit. Alright, well, I'd say a good majority of my rounds hit a little low. These right here, yeah, those are the 22 long rifles, the 223s and the 7.62 by 39s that have left a little tiny dent. Alright, well, there we go. Look at all the 22 long rifle lead powder laying everywhere. That's awesome right there. Alright, this video was kind of long, but I had a lot of shooting to do today. I've been waiting for one of these targets for a long time, and I decided to use it as much as I possibly could. If you like seeing this kind of stuff, mash that subscribe button. I want to see this channel start to grow, and subscribing will certainly help with that. If you want to actually support the channel, check on the Patreon page. If you can't help out financially, that's completely fine. Mash that subscribe button and you will definitely help out plenty. That being said, I had a pretty good day, but we got weather coming in. I got a big mess here to clean up, so I'm gonna go take care of that. I had a pretty fantastic day. I hope you guys had a fantastic day as well. If you have any suggestions or comments or any kind of anything, do feel free to let me know in the comments below. That being said, you guys go off, have yourself a fantastic